Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is also podcast One Season Wonder Editions, Jax and Brittany. We've made it to the fucking finale. I think technically the show is called Jax and Brittany Take Kentucky, but it doesn't matter because honestly, Kentucky took them. If you ask me, they took nothing. Am I wrong?
Well, I mean, if you didn't watch the show, that's crazy if you're relying just on us. I mean, not crazy.
No,
I get it.
That's what you should do. No, if you watch the show with us, that's crazy.
Just saying that Kentucky did take Brittany back.
This was the single worst ending to any show I've ever seen.
Alicia, I literally had to restart the episode and go to the end because I was like, I missed the ending.
I went, is that it?
I literally was like, wait, how did I miss that?
No, that was it. Okay, great. And then I assume we just went into Vanderpump.
No,
when everything was fine.
Because I remember when this came out, I watched the first episode and then I was like, no, I can't handle these two. I had just moved to Chicago after we graduated college and I was watching it in the summer at my aunt's house. Or I think I was watching it maybe in the like early fall. Late summer, early fall. But it was not coming out when Vanderpump was out. I know for a fact.
Yeah. But like the next time we see them is Vanderpump.
Vanderpump season 6.
So we just pick up and they're fine. Like imagine if you watched this live and you were like, oh my God. And then you just start this new show. You're like, I can't wait to see what happens to Jax and
but do you remember what happens at season 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we can spoil. We talk about everyone remember when Jax fucked Faith? No, you're right. You're right. So he flew home from Kentucky. Fucked.
I looked it up. Because I was like, when did this happen? This had to have been filmed in the like fall of after season 5. They like wrapped filming in LA, and then in the fall, because based on the weather and stuff, like it's clearly like fall time. In Kentucky, and then that spring is when Jax fucks Faith. And then they roll into filming season 6.
Awesome. That's cinema. Oh my God, that's awesome. I need Andy and cameras. What are we doing letting these people rest?
Hey, guess what, everybody? We did get Andy and a camera, and so join us for season 6 once we're done with this.
It was awesome. Anyway, before we get into everything else but the ending in this episode, even though I think we should just skip to the end and be done in 30 seconds, but check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Patreon. All the links are in our description. Please be sure also to rate, review, and subscribe. It really helps the podcast. Also, as I said last episode, don't forget to DM me personally, and we can argue about the next One Season Wonders, and then I can try and convince Meredith because she usually picks it. But
Alicia's going to gather the list. Alicia's going to gather the list. The patrons are going to vote. So you can get your input through Alicia and then vote if you're a patron member.
Yeah, if you DM me on Instagram, I'll let you know if I'm going to put this in the running or not. Yeah, and it will just be like a response of like, that's a good idea, or no, that's stupid.
Give Alicia like an 8 PowerPoint slide presentation.
I'll block you so fast. I'll block you. Do you know how many unread messages I have on Instagram and TikTok right now, and I'm not even famous? I never respond to people. I leave you unread.
Oh man. Anyway. Well, let's dive into this.
Let's end it.
We're gonna. Previously on Jax and Brittany, when is Jax proposing? We've seen a ring, but Jax would get bored here in Kentucky. And Brittany's lost her spark. I don't know if you've heard about it. Jax and Brittany have argued, and Dad is not on board with Jax. Thank fucking God.
Team Dad.
So we're at Mama's house. It's the last day. And Jax and Mama go to feed the chickens. And Mama is surprised that Jax likes the chores, this city boy. And he's a man in her eyes now because he can do farm work.
Oh my God. This woman is salivating over Jax. And I just can't relate. This
episode reminds me of how abusers can manipulate people's families into thinking they're amazing, and friends into thinking they're amazing. And so when someone speaks out or like has issue with their partner, people don't support them.
Yep. Right on the money. Right on the nose.
Yep. Well, Mama asks Jax how Brittany and Jax met because she doesn't know which tracks, like the way Brittany's life is definitely not up Mama's like Allie.
Listen, this isn't the way Mama and Papa meant. I'll put money. I'll put money on that. I know nothing about Mama except she makes beer cheese, and I'll bet she never met Papa like this.
No, and honestly, like, he gives a PG version, which their story isn't even crazy, but that they met in Vegas and they were playing games together, and she moved to LA 2 weeks later. The moving to LA 2 weeks later is crazy business.
That's all Brittany, though. The girl.
That also is a lie for people who don't know. She did not just move 2 weeks later. She moved very quickly, but not 2 weeks.
Also, she moved for Jax.
Yeah.
Like he's like, and then she just magically showed up at my doorstep. No. You probably offered and she moved for you.
He did. Like, that was most of season 5, I think. Or no, was that 4? Whenever she moved there, and there was all this back and forth about Jax being like, yeah, come here. And then to his friends, it's like, I can't believe she's coming here.
Yeah, she just is going to show up. And meanwhile, he's flirting with Lala in the alleyway. She's like, don't you have a girlfriend? And he's like, no, I just have a roommate now. Turns to Brittany, your love of my life. It's the craziest thing. And it's all on camera. I don't know how Brittany, like, it's not your fault, but it is.
My God. Yeah. Okay. Well, Mammoth says that she thinks Brittany will be the boss if they end up together. And may I just say, Brittany did not have a lot of control in her life, and Jax was terrible to her, but she ended up being, like, such a boss-ass woman. Like, she is the breadwinner in the family. So, like, go her. I'm so happy she's, like, financially free to get away from him.
Jenny Craig did the good stuff.
Shout out Jenny Craig.
Thank God for Jenny Craig.
Hashtag not sponsored.
But if you want, Brittany is sponsored. If Jenny Craig does want to sponsor us, we'll try it out, I guess. Probably wouldn't work, but we'll do it.
Well, we go to Sherry's house, and Jax and Brittany are getting ready for their last dinner with her extended family. And Jax is so ready to get back to LA, but Brittany just wishes that he wanted to be around her family as much as she does. She obviously is sad to be leaving.
Yeah, she's really sad. And there's nothing worse than when you are like, I'm really going to miss this. And another person is like, I fucking hate this.
Yeah, like, I can't get out of here soon enough.
To take you away from it again. That's
what's crazy is he's like, I'm counting down the hours till we gotta go home, and she's like,
it's showing no love for, like, your partner, like, something that's really hard for your partner, and you're, like, secretly celebrating. It's kind of crazy.
Well, okay, we'll secretly celebrate. He's out loud celebrating.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, misuse of words.
Well, we go to the Last Supper, and Jax thinks he's gained weight on this trip because of all the fried food. I'm not joking. Mama's comments about him gaining weight will live in his head rent-free forever. Him up.
I'm gonna be the one to clip that and send that to him. I think I said that last episode. I'm gonna clip that little part and send it to him daily.
Every day. I'll create a whole new account every single time.
I can't wait to be user 579 sending this to him daily. Then he blocks me and I just make a new one. Awesome.
Oh my God. Well, the group asks if Jax is going to be coming for Christmas. And he says, like, oh, I might have to, like, split time. Probably not, though. Like, I got to see my family. I haven't been back there in 2 years. But we find out that Jax actually told Mama last episode when they got lunch that he would be coming for Christmas. So she's a little caught off guard. And
that's what I don't understand is, like, the pointless lie.
Yes.
Because, like, no one's going to be mad.
People-pleasing. I understand people-pleasing and being like, oh, I would love to. He literally says, like, oh, yeah. He brings it up. He says, we will be coming for Christmas.
That's it. Is, like, he could have just been like, I'll try and come for Christmas. And then, like, think about it and be like, actually, I haven't seen my own family. And no one would be mad at you if you had to go see your own family.
But it's like back-to-back days, too. It's not like on this trip he said, like, oh, yeah, I would love to come and hang out with you guys. And like you said, changes his mind. It's one day, 1 minute, he says one thing, the next.
We've known this, but he blacks out every time he speaks, so he has no idea what he says.
He can't keep track of his manipulation.
He has no idea what's happening.
No. And Brittany says that Jax often says things and then
you know what it is? Wait, you know what it is? It's his dementia because he's 95 years old. It's his dementia.
You're so right. Grandpa, let's get you back into the home.
Yeah, truly. He's so old. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Well, dementia Jax, really believes that he's won this family over with his Jax charm. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately, he's right. He's right.
Yeah, but like Sherry already loved him from the beginning. Mama,
which is crazy because Sherry watched him
Season
degrade
5.
her daughter.
Yes.
If my mom saw that, that's the most shocking part of this show. I always say what Jax does can't shock me, and that is true. What shocks me is that Sherry as a mother is like not concerned. If my mom watched my boyfriend, my live-in boyfriend, who not kind of took me away from my family, but not really, maybe in mom's eyes, took me away from my family, and was just like, you're fat and useless and ugly and you never cook for me, my mom would be like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
What is going on?
And what's crazy is she was more concerned about the Jax might be gay or has kissed a man comments that she heard on that trip. And the solution was, you guys should go to church. In season 5.
Sherry is a homophobe. Yeah. He's not a morsel of concern for her daughter being degraded, but God forbid Jax has kissed another man. That's not going to work for Brittany. No gays here.
But the thing is, she likes Jax enough to get over that, which is crazier.
Oh my God. I don't know what is in the water in Kentucky, but I only want to drink what the dad's having. Give me the hot dogs. There has to be something in that hot dog that
I agree. Well, makes you what's crazy is Sherry says that she has seen a difference in Mama ever since Jax has been here and like Brittany's been back. And we get flashbacks of them like having a good time.
Mama's just horny.
She is. Sorry. And she likes being Jax's side chick. And she sends photos of them together to all of her friends.
That's weird. Listen, I always talk about how much I hate weird family dynamics. This is one.
This is a new one.
Listen, if my grandma was like taking selfies with my boyfriend and said
I would rather have to peck my grandma on the lips than for her to brag about my boyfriend to her friends.
This is like Sophie's choice. I think I'd rather go up in flames. And listen, my grandma, I think my grandma has like kind of crushes on like the men her daughters have dated in the sense of like she loves them all so much.
Yeah, and like probably thinks they're cute, like age appropriate for other people, men.
Sure, but my grandma's never like, well, let's get a selfie together so I can send it to my bingo friends. There's something weird about also like they made a joke where Brittany called Mama the side chick and Mama was like, no, I love being the side chick. That's crazy.
What's crazy is that I thought about Jax cheating on Brittany here in 6 months. Like there legit is a side chick incoming here.
And it shouldn't be joked around that it's your grandmother. Like
It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird that Sherry kind of also, I think, wants to be the side chick. It's all weird. The way they are like
battling to be Jax's girlfriend.
Why are we dickmatized by this man? I don't get it. The only people I trust are the brother because he would never be gay, and the dad because he would never be gay. They're the only two that like. But also, the brother is wallet-matized. He got money from Jax.
True.
So I only trust this father.
Agreed.
To not.
Tiffany does bring up some good points. She talks to Sherry a little bit later and says that she's really tired of Jax putting himself above Brittany. He thinks he's better and greater than her and talks down to her.
Thank you. Just because you have money does not mean you're better than her. Thank you, Tiffany.
And Brittany is honestly only concerned because her family saw all of this and she doesn't want her family to worry about her. Which, like...
That makes sense. I get that for Brittany. I get it.
But it's so sad that, like, you want to shield your family from the truth rather than just breaking up with him.
Agreed. I do this, though. It's terrible.
Yes, but it's so sad.
Here's my question. Tiffany's older, right? She's the older sister. Okay, I am combative by nature. I love a shitty man I can put down. If my sister brought home Jax Taylor, that is Christmas to me. I am never going to stop degrading him back. He thinks he met his match. Try again. I don't know why Tiffany's not doing this to Jax's face.
I agree. She always
angry
gets up.
He can get.
She gets up whenever he comes to talk to Brittany, and I'm like, no. We need you to stay there, babe.
the way my sister would be like, oh, I don't want mom and dad to worry. And I'd be like, I'm gonna expose your boyfriend. I would sit in front of him and all I would do is fucking poke that bear until he exploded on me and I could go, look at everyone. He sucks ass.
That's the thing, especially because he's yelled at Tiffany already. Like, you have the ammo. It's not just that he's a shitty person. He has been shitty towards you, like a family member. They should take your word over everything and prioritize you. But I mean, they don't even prioritize Brittany. So
that is anyway, we could get to that point because there's one scene and we both know it. That's gonna that sent me. Okay.
So we finish with the dinner and we go over, I guess, to the bar area of this restaurant, and some of Brittany's friends are there and some more family, and Dad pulls Jax aside and he tells him to his face that Dad is not 100% about this relationship, and mad respect because Jax needs to know.
Someone sent me Dad's Venmo. I'm buying him a drink for this. Like, thank God.
Well, Jax's comeback is that, no one can really put up with him, but, like, Brittany can. And Dad's like, I don't want to hear that about my daughter. Like, my daughter's stuck with you because nobody else can deal with you.
She shouldn't have to put up with her future husband.
Yeah, it's not like you have a quirk. Like, we later find out that he, like, loves cars and stuff. Okay, that's, like, a quirky hobby to put up with and have all this shit in your garage. That's something to put up with. You and how you treat her is not what she should put up with.
That's exactly right. That's exactly correct. You have a quirk, I'll put up with it. You even have a weird kink that I can get over? Fine, whatever. His foot thing, that's something to put up with. She loves that,
actually.
Sure. But him pooping with the door open, that's something to put up with, that she can see past that. Him degrading her is just terrible. And Dad is the only one. Brittany doesn't even see it in herself. I'm sorry. Okay.
I know, but Jax uses his one get out of jail free card, which is talking about proposing. And he says that he's going to propose on that hill that Brittany first brought him to whenever they got here. And he's very excited, like, that'll be the place. And Dad's like, it's really hard to take your word on this.
Dad, it will not be bought. Dad will not. Dad's been divorced. He's been married to Sherry, okay? He knows that marriage is hard work. I don't know what it's like to be married to Sherry. No. But he knows, okay? And he is like, I will not be blinded by a ring like Sherry and Mama are.
Yeah.
I see who's giving the ring. I'm looking past the ring into your psycho eyes, and I cannot be bought. You know
what pisses me off too? He didn't even propose there. He proposed at that weird ass fish or taco place.
It was like that was weird. Yes. This isn't accurate. He does propose at like a nice-ish restaurant on the beach.
No, he doesn't. It is it's a shack. It's a taco shack. Yeah, it is. I remember when this happened and we talked about it. No, this was the weirdest thing. Why did they go there?
I always get confused because it looks similar to this restaurant they went to on the Fast and the Furious.
Stop.
Where Vin Diesel and Paul Walker discuss like driving cars. And I only know because my family and I went to that restaurant because my mom's a big fan of Fast and Furious. And I remember thinking, this looks so similar to where Alicia proposed.
Your proposal, like, come on, you can do better than that.
No,
and it's on TV. Like, this is, you are a reality TV star living in LA and you can't put something better than like having a plate, like a bunch of food in front of you with napkins everywhere and like these random people staring at you. Like, Tom Schwartz's proposal was better and that was in the gutter.
That was terrible. That was in the gutter. I hate all proposals in restaurants. Just as
they're awkward.
My parents got engaged in a restaurant and I hate that for them. Terrible, terrible time. Just propose. I'd rather you propose at home while I'm in my pajamas, honestly.
Me and my friend talk about this. Like, public proposals are
terrible.
Weird. Listen, if yours was in public, that's fine. Sorry, I would feel weird. It's a me thing. I would feel weird.
It's a me thing.
All these strangers staring at me.
I got asked to prom in public and I've never recovered. He did it on the Jumbotron at the White Sox game. But the best part was they didn't know who I was, obviously, because it just said, will you go to prom with me? Like, Alicia, will you go to prom with me? Love, my prom date's name. And I read it And he, I think, wanted me to like stand up and kiss him. And I went, wow, that's insane. And I waited for it to go to the next slide to like the happy birthday. And then I was like, yes, I'll go to prom with you. So no one knew it was us. Because God, would I have died. Anyway, I'm not recovered from that. And I wasn't even put in I was just put in a position for it to be public. So no. Anyway, what are we talking about? Don't propose, Jax. Don't propose.
So Dad goes from that conversation over to Brittany and Sherry, and they talk about Jax, obviously. And Dad again says that he's not sold, but Brittany's the one who has to live with this decision. And I feel like that's crazy. This isn't a prom date. This is her life. This is who she potentially could get married to and does get married to and who ruins her life.
The sad part is there really is only so much like parents can do. Like, I've known, believe it or not, a few brides whose parents have sat them down and been like, are you sure? And they've said, yes, I am. And then what are the parents to do?
Yeah, well, what do you do? Well, what does the relationship mean going forward once your parents draw that line in the sand?
Yeah, and also if your mom and grandma are team yes, but only your dad's... Your dad could just be, quote, overprotective, unquote.
That's so true. He always says, like, hey, I'm not sold because of XYZ. So Brittany's like, no, I love you. But he's not saying don't do this.
Also, Sherry fucking hates the dad. Sherry, I don't know what. Their energy is so fucking weird. Sherry is like anything to make this man miserable. He's not Team Jax. I'm double Team Jax. That's what she's doing. Sherry's the real villain in this show. Mark my words.
Sherry and that silver lipstick will always be final boss.
Sherry.
Well, the night is coming to an end and the kind of like parents leave. And Brittany's like with a few of her friends and Jax. She's like, I want one more shot with my friends. It's our last night. And they get their shots. And Brittany's like, Jax, you need to apologize to Ashley here.
Hey,
and
Jax.
No.
Hey, Jax, you got to apologize to Ashley over this tequila shot. No.
Which I
will not.
Never on Jax's side, but I'm like, hey, we have the shots in hand. Why are we doing this now?
Also, this was a private conversation to be like, Ashley will be there tonight. You must apologize to her or you and I are going to have so many issues.
Like, never in my life. Yeah, Jax will not do anything. Well, if you just demand him on the spot.
My God, even if my mom in public was like, apologize to your sister, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Don't. I'm defensive immediately.
And you're withholding me from the shot we just bought? I'm definitely not doing this.
I could have punched my sister in the face in public and my mom could go, apologize. I'm going to go, no. Because you're not going to tell me to apologize in public. No. I'll do it on my own time.
Jax is not thrilled, so we move on, and Brittany is like, cheers to my best friends, I love being with you, and Jax does his own cheers and says, goodbye, Kentucky, bangs his shot back without anybody else participating, and Brittany just looks at him like,
That was funny. That was really good. That got me. I was cracking up.
It gives me the same vibes as Jax showing up to that bar and banging back like seven shots when he showed up late. Yeah.
And then Tom Schwartz going, that was for everyone. Yeah, that was good. That was hilarious. Goodbye, Kentucky was awesome. And then just taking it in front of these women. It was awesome.
Oh my God. Yeah, they were all looking down at him like, that should have been an omen for the night. And it was, because then we get a black screen that says 12 hours later. And it's the next morning.
Show me the 12 hours. Release the footage.
I know. I hate that we never get full nights out, but I do understand that like production can't be working 20-hour days. But it's the final morning. We're at Sherry's house and Brittany is calling Jax and she's asking where he is on his voicemail because they're about to have a dedication for her late grandfather. And Brittany then walks over to her mom and sister and we find out that last night Jax got into it with everyone. They went from the bar we saw them at taking that shot to some other bars. And by the end of the night, Jax is screaming at Tiffany and Kara because they were rude.
Not Tiffany again. Like,
I know, back-to-back fights
over here. Also, this is why, Bravo, hire reality TV stars to do the job, reality TV fans to do the job, because I don't care if I'm getting paid or not. My camera is on and I'm getting the footage.
No, don't hire me. I'm not doing this.
I mean, it'll be the worst footage you've ever seen, and I'm just going to be like,
My thing is you need to have better storytelling if we miss the fight. You need to have better interviews that like go over what happened. Some shows have gotten better at this. Like Next Gen NYC did really good at like cameras want to go out with them. And that makes sense. Like not every bar and restaurant wants you to bring cameras in. But then you need in the interview chairs to give me that story. I need to hear different people's perspectives and I need to know what happened.
It also sucks because Brittany is going to, I think, protect Jax at this point. So she's not going to give us, even though we got a good amount, she's not going to give us everything.
I'm like, give me Tiffany, give me Kara. Like, sit them down.
Give me Kara. The way Kara, I know, hates this man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what we're missing from this show more. I need Kara
more interviews.
More involved and then interviews with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sherry immediately is like, well, why'd you guys stay out after the bar when all of us left? You really should have gone home because like this will always happen if you're drinking.
Because Sherry, you're in your 60s, okay? We're young and spriteful in our 20s. Jax could go to bed, not the rest of us. But Jesus Christ, Sherry.
And we find out that Jax stayed in a hotel last night. And Sherry is like, why did you leave him, Brittany? And I was like, stop it right now. That man is well past being a grown adult. He is fucking fine.
Sherry, let me tell you, if my boyfriend fought with me and we were staying at my parents' house, he's on the street. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, he didn't even fight with Brittany, honestly. Oh, I guess he kind of does. But, like, he fought with your other daughter. Like, fuck that, crazy. Man.
That's crazy. And Brittany was calling him. He didn't answer. Enjoy your hotel. Enjoy your hotel. That's the thing.
I can only do so much when it's honestly, even if I'm not going to abandon a child, but a grown adult, I can only do so much. He's fine. He can pay for a hotel room. I'm sure he wasn't far from one. Uber existed at this point. Like, what the hell? But Sherry is always on Jax's side. She will not pick Brittany in this moment.
Jax was like alive when they created hotels. Okay. He knows how to just get a hotel room. It's like not that. It's so crazy that Sherry is putting the blame on Brittany
for leaving him. Like, that's the thing we're mad at like Brittany for. Are you kidding me?
Truly, thank God for my parents, because if my boyfriend yelled at my sister, they'd be like, I hope you not only left him, you killed him. I mean, yeah.
He's missing because you dumped him in a river.
Yeah, well, 100%.
Sherry is really only concerned about herself. And she's like, I don't want any drama at this dedication. I'm like, girly, I'm so sorry. But this, A, we're filming a TV show. And B, this isn't a funeral.
Then like, why does Jax have to come to this dedication of the 7 people who live on this property?
Really good point. Really good point.
First of all, we saw the dedication.
I was like, what are we doing?
The nephews weren't even there. Second of all, why does Jax have to be here for this?
That is such a good point. Like, if you don't want drama, tell that man not to come home until we're done with this.
He never met Papa. It's okay.
Never met Papa.
Papa doesn't want him there. Papa is screaming at y'all to get your faces out of his ass. And look at what's in front of you. Oh my God. Papa is rolling in his grave watching this show.
And Sherry is even less on Brittany's side because she's like, well, what are you guys going to do? Just like board the plane and be mad at each other? Yeah, if that's fucking what we have to do, I'm going to do that.
Also, Sherry, I might just stay here for a little bit and send his ass back.
Oh my gosh.
The fuck?
Jax arrives in a taxi, which was pretty funny, him rolling up to the farm. And he said he's been away from home for a while and he doesn't want to be ambushed about this relationship while I guess he's not at home. I don't know. I guess when you're traveling, you're not allowed to be ambushed by a relationship, which is crazy. But Brittany confronts him and says that Jax needs to apologize. And Jax is absolutely not going to do that. Shocking, I know. And he says that people do not need to comment on his relationship. Like, that's a hard line. No commentary allowed.
This was crazy because they start for half of it. I didn't even know what they were arguing about. No, Brittany's very upset. She's yelling at it. Jax, are you kidding me? You can't speak to my sister, like whatever she's yelling. And Jax is like, oh my God, here comes the waterworks. And fucking all I saw was red when I saw Sherry because she go, Brittany,
Yeah.
stop.
They're like yelling at each other because basically what happened is, I guess, that Tiffany made some comments about the relationship, and I bet that the original fight boiled over into this fight. And then Kara was upset with the arguing, and Kara is like, wow, Brittany's life was way better before she moved to LA, and that made Jax snap. So he's screaming at both of them, and clearly Brittany doesn't really care if she gets yelled at, but the minute you yell at her sister and her best friend, she does have a problem with rightfully so. And Brittany is like, you have an anger problem, and Jax is fighting her on everything. Like, he does not see that it was a problem for him to yell at her friends. And then not only that, he's like, you left me last night. And she's like, are you kidding me? You were screaming at people. You were screaming in front of strangers. I was trying to defuse the situation. You weren't calming down. You would not get in Kara's car. I was calling you all night. What was I supposed to do? And he was like, well, you were supposed to pull me aside and calm me down. Shut the fuck up. You never would have been calm.
I have zero words because this is insane. This is an insane argument to be having. Yes. This is insane to me. The way I would break up with Jax. No questions asked.
Agreed.
Immediately after this. I mean, there were a lot of other things, but like, if this was an actual argument I had with someone who's 37 years old, we're breaking up. There's no growth available.
And if that wasn't enough, him saying that he had to stay in a hotel last night and he could have died would have done me in.
I'm sorry, you're like 250 pounds of muscle and a little chub.
We're in a small town in Kentucky. What's going to happen to you?
You literally work out 12 times a day. You're such a meathead. You're 6 foot, like 2. Who's kidnapping you?
I know.
Who the hell is going to hurt you? This town is full of people who are in bed by 11. Who's kidnapping you?
And he does the thing that I hate the most in this world, when Brittany's like, you're wrong about that, and you don't see that. And he's like, everything's my fault. And I'm like, nobody said that, but you are at fault for this. You literally screamed at her friends. Like, you made things an issue.
I never know what to say when someone does that, because I just want to go, yup. Okay.
Glad you see it.
And no, I'm not even, listen, again, I wish we could have seen Tiffany just like argue this man, because I gotta know. Yes,
because when Jax gets there, Tiffany walked away, and I'm like, my girlie, what are you? No, we need you.
The way Jax, if this was me, the way Jax could not even have stood on that deck. I would have stopped his ass in the grass and been like, and another thing. I don't care if it's 9 a.m., 9 p.m. I'm killing him. Oh my God. And Sherry was just, Brittany, cut it out. Mama was like, let's all calm down and not have drama for Papa's thing.
I know. We roll into the memorial, and they hang a sign on the gazebo in honor of Papa.
It's not funny, but it was
the whole family is standing together, like hugging each other, and 4 feet away is Jax. And then he like can't even stand as they're like talking to each other. So he like sits down. He's like, have your moment. Like, this is your family.
See, if I was Jax, I wouldn't have come back for this. I'm arguing with my significant other and her sister. Why would I come back and pay tribute to
But this is also so Jax. He can't just like be like, I'm going to give you guys your space and like not make it about him. He literally sits down and is like, this is about you guys. Nobody look at me, but I'm over here lamenting and sad. Like,
it's just,
yeah, anyway, it's awkward. And Mama speaks on her love for Papa, and that kind of ends somewhat quickly. And Mama asks that Jax and Brittany sit down and talk. And so they sit on the steps. And Brittany thinks that Jax is taking her for granted. And Jax cannot speak to her the way that he has, which that is a non-starter. Like, yeah, absolutely. But Jax doesn't see it that way. He says he's always the one in the wrong and doesn't believe he's wrong in this situation.
It's like I know what I said, like, he can't surprise me. But it's not him, but it's surprising that like he exists at 37 with this mindset. Like, yeah. I feel like I'm not surprised by shitty men, but I'm surprised that like this is a thought process. Like, I feel the same way about all shitty men, where I'm just like,
Because he sees whatever, and this is true to this day too. I've really noticed this on the Valley, is whatever the first wrong is, that's all that matters to Jax. Whatever his reaction, it doesn't matter because like so and so was wrong. So if somebody says something mean to him, he can have any reaction and it's okay because he was wrong. So somebody commenting on his relationship, yeah, okay. If you actually want to talk about that, sure. We'll tell Kara and Tiffany, stop making comments about the relationship. That can be a conversation. But first, Jax, your reaction was much bigger problem and way more insane. So yeah, that's going to be discussed first.
It's giving, you made me act this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's shocking he's lived this long on it. Like, it really
nobody's killed him?
It's shocking I haven't killed him. But no, it's shocking that, like, with this mindset, he hasn't, like, killed himself. Not in, like, a suicide way, but, like, in a stupidity way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's shocking he hasn't accidentally been hit by a car.
No, this...
Or, like, forgotten to eat. Like,
we are watching this with a different lens than we've ever watched Vanderpump Rules, truly. But this is more insane to me to watch him do this in front of her family for 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
Than some of the Vanderpump Rules stuff. Because I think you do accept different things, and the culture of your friendship and the culture of LA is different. But this is spotlighted in such a different way than anything happening on Vanderpump Rules.
That's very true. Yes.
So the discussion between them ends because they like have to disagree on who's in the right and who's in the wrong, because Jax literally won't give on anything about this. And he goes, well, I'm going to get up and go pack. And he's like standing there and Brittany's really not saying anything. And he's like looking at her and she's like, I'm going to stay a few more days.
There we go.
So Brittany says in her confessional, where will they go from here? Wait, I think actually Jax says this. Like, where are they going to go from here? Is Kentucky where Brittany needs to be? Will she come home? And Brittany has let Jax get away with so much, but she's not going to let that happen anymore. She's taking a stand. So we see Jax putting his suitcase in the trunk, and Sherry's like, is Brittany really not going to come with us? And Jax is like, no, she's not.
Sherry, the way I want to slap you upside your head. Yeah, and then that's the end. And I went, everyone remember when Jax fucked Faith?
Well, I was like, wow, I wish Brittany stayed in Kentucky.
I wish Aaron won her back. I wish Aaron won her back. And I also looked up Aaron for my final thing. I couldn't find him. He doesn't want to be found.
That's okay. I don't think she needs to get back with Aaron because clearly that wasn't the right relationship for her. But how about you go be with your family and not be with this terrible man? Like, it makes me so sad she's now tied to Jax because they have a kid together.
Ooh, yeah, that's rough. And this is why we need the birth rate to fully decline, because we need to stop allowing these men to put children within us. That's just not... Listen, and I don't think Brittany regrets it for a day because I'm sure she loves her child. But, oh man, I bet she regrets her child's father every single day of her life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, moral of the story, at the first 17 red flags, leave. Don't wait for 1,000 red flags. It'll just get worse.
Well, as you always say, if somebody's on reality TV and you're going to be on the show or date them, watch the show.
You have to watch it. Then when
you experience some red flags, which you should have already maybe been dissuaded, but if you gave it a shot yourself, let's let that go.
The way, and I know people on reality TV shows probably hate it, but like, example, because this is the most likely to happen and it will never happen. If I got invited to Summer House and I had never seen it, the way I would watch every episode, I would stalk these people's social medias. I would read all the blog things about them.
I understand why people don't do that, but you need to at least watch the most recent season.
No, I would watch it all because I want to know what we're doing here. So then when Lindsay Hubbard yells at me, I'm not shocked about it.
Yeah.
When Carl creeps me out, I'm not shocked about it. I knew this would happen.
Yeah.
Okay? Whenever it shows off and pisses me off, I'm not shocked. But the other thing is, like, I would want to know the public's opinion because maybe I'm just like, oh, these are going to be my future friends. I need to I want to know what other people think too.
Open to the opinion being different because things are edited. But yeah, why? Especially if you're gonna date someone. Like, Brittany moved her whole life to LA very quickly. Like, and you had so much footage of who this man was.
No, literally, he didn't even hide it for a season. We knew in season 1 he was getting hookers pregnant in Vegas.
Because,
we
had this all unfolded just naturally, I will never blame a victim, and I don't blame Brittany for what Jax has done to her.
No,
but
absolutely not.
This is a abnormal situation because you have years of footage about this person.
I blame Brittany because she basically told the public, like, oh, Jax isn't that bad. That's all I blame Brittany for. Don't try and gaslight us into liking your husband. Okay, girl?
Good point.
And may I say, Jax is a rarity on all shows where like the majority don't like him and never have. No one's ever been team
He's
Jax.
never won a poll on Watch What Happens Live. Never.
Like usually the men can maybe there are like cult followers to these men.
Yeah.
This guy has no one. Justice for Jax is AI run by him. Like that's the best part of this whole. He does his own justice.
Oh my God.
He runs his own fan accounts. There's not even his friends don't even like him that much. Like that tells you something.
Yeah.
It has to. It absolutely has to. Anyway.
Yeah.
Who am I? Great. What a stupid show with stupid people, except Brittany's dad. I wish him the best.
Him. Thank God.
Love that we learned he loves to bike, and it was his birthday in June, and I love him so much. Happy birthday. Anyway, great. What should we do next? Who knows? This was Meredith. Thanks for picking this. Thanks for running it. It was easy peasy lemon squeezy. All it did was anger me a little because I knew what to expect. That was the best part. I wasn't surprised. But yeah, do all the things I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. The one season wonders are always fun, even if the show sucks. But we love to do it. Tell us what you want to do. And with that, love ya.
Thanks for joining. Bye.